Welcome to the Top Shelf Grumbling Podcast with Dan the Don Walls. This episode is brought to you by our sponsors, Lawn Hub for all your lawn care needs, Price Cutter, the best meat in town, Hale State, Russell Motors, go see Austin, he's got what you need, Butcher Block Restaurant, voted Best Biscuit and Best Breakfast 2025. Coming to you from the Wilder Fitness Studio, presenting a Where You Media production. This is Top Shelf Grumbling. All right, guys, we're back here with the Top Shelf Grumbling Podcast. We're here recording at the Butcher Block Restaurant again. I just want to ask you guys to like and subscribe to the videos. We can podcast anywhere, Amazon Music, Spotify. We're just going to do a Monday night recap from week 3. We're going to start off every episode with our first segment called What's Your Sentiment? And we're going to ask the Don here what he thinks about the weekend, give us something to kind of chatter on, some things he's seen that happened this weekend. Don, let's get started off here.
Well, once again, a parody in college football. Look at all these crazy close games you had all weekend. I mean, Ole Miss, Arkansas, LSU, and Florida. Florida wins that game if they don't throw 5 interceptions or whatever it was. They almost won it anyway doing that. I mean, just
LSU didn't look outstanding either.
LSU's defense looks really good, but their offense doesn't look fantastic.
Brian Kelly was upset with the running game.
He was
upset with getting asked about the running game.
Yeah, hollering at the reporters after the media.
He issued an apology this morning.
He did issue an apology.
That's probably because the run game sucked.
I mean, if your butt hurt that bad, that immediately when someone says, "Hey, what do you think about the offense today?" and you immediately just said, "You're spoiled."
And that Clemson win means absolutely nothing. I mean, you don't still say nothing, but it's not.
Georgia Tech may be something to be reckoned with.
They got a good team. They're a real good coach team. They're going to win a bunch of games, but they're going to lose 3 or 4 too,
they're
probably.
Lose several games they shouldn't.
Yeah,
it's the way they play. Now they're going to play tough at home. I really hadn't looked at their schedule, but I think they're on the way up. I think. I mean, they were from what they were just a few years ago. They were not a very good team at all.
Well, without Haynes King, they're nothing.
Well, without Brent Key, they're nothing. Yeah, I'm telling you, Brent Key's a good football coach.
Yeah, he is a good football
I've liked him
player.
ever since he got there. He has been elevating that program.
Yeah.
I mean, bringing Haynes King in to be the quarterback was a great decision in itself.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he didn't just wow you at Texas A&M, enough to trust in him, but we found out that Texas A&M was just dysfunctional, and that's why it happened. What else you got for it?
I had a decent weekend picking gambling on Saturday, but I bet on one or two too many games I shouldn't have bet on. I'm just gonna give you a tip. You ain't got to bet on 2. I bet on 8 games or 9 games Saturday. I need to pick you out about 4 or 5 and go from there. Don't do any of course, no parlays. No parlay. Well, not no parlays. One here and there. Don't bother you, but don't be putting in a bunch of them. There's no way you can consistently win money doing that.
Even money line parlays.
Yeah, I started off the day 5-1. Going to the 2 night games I lost both of those and had a 5-3 day. But did have one bad beat. Tennessee cost me a little money, a couple dollars. Did missing that field goal. I won on them. I had them +4. I won that bet, but I had them in a money line parlay that paid out pretty good, and they were the only team that didn't win.
That's what I should say. Out of my 4, I only lost 1, and that was the Tennessee money line.
Yeah.
And it never should have came down to that field goal. Tennessee had them beat. They had them beat the whole way, and just.
I never felt like they were not.
Let it get away from them.
Joey Aguilar looks great, though. He made a few mistakes in the second half, but, I mean, for a first-year starter, he looks really good.
Yeah.
But that's about all I got. Like I said, I'm loving the parody, all these close games. It's good for college football. Gives more teams a chance, I think.
South Carolina sucks.
Well, let's keep it here in the home state and go over Ole Miss, Mississippi State, and how they did this weekend. Just start with the Rebels with a little more high-profile game than Alcorn State. The Halls came down, and Taylor Green, we found out, was just as much an athlete as he was advertised. Neither team played defense the entire time until maybe the second half. There's some adjustments, but it was.
Well, Ole Miss, we only gave up 7 points the second half. I thought that was good. We did make some adjustments, but those games between Ole Miss and Arkansas, they're always some kind of crazy shootout. I mean, I don't understand it, but it's always a crazy, wild shootout. And there for a couple of years, Arkansas was kind of getting theirs, and now the past few years we've kind of been getting them back a little bit, but.
Taylor Green looked like the best quarterback
Bobby
in the SEC
Petrino
this week.
Bobby Petrino. put
Bobby
him in a great
Petrino knows
position.
what he's doing.
He knows
I
what
mean,
he's doing.
That's Petrino.
Yeah.
They, if
You
you
say
paid
Sam
attention
Pittman
to
has
the
nothing to do
game,
with
no, I exactly what I'm saying. He says, "I don't know" 6 times in the post-game presser. I don't know. What do you want me to do?
Get Bobby down here.
Bobby, come here, sit down.
Yeah.
So they had a game plan. They came in, they executed it well. They spaced us out enough. They were running drags across the middle. Slow. What's the word? Took a while to get it going, but they would
slow developing.
slow developing plays in the flats, and it was just they spaced us out. And you got to have at least 2 guys kind of spying on that quarterback. We couldn't blitz nobody. They knew that we couldn't. If we did, we got in trouble.
Yeah.
So I thought a tip your cap goes to Pete Golden and what he did in the second half to kind of limit him from being able to do all that.
Also, they just gave the ball to the running back on the dive, and he pulled. And when he pulled the ball, he'd get 15 yards. He'd give it to the running back, and they would get stuffed.
Well,
I don't know why they went away from that in the second half.
There were a lot of defensive linemen in the backfield. That
we
whole
shot
game.
that A gap really hard.
Yeah.
We had 2 backers that were kind of spying on the outside that kind of was looking toward Green and the flat. So we shot that A gap pretty hard to try to at least if we got them. I know it sounds crazy to get outside the tackles there, but that's what we were trying to get them to do to where we wouldn't open in the middle of that field. So Pete Golden, he really impressed me in the second half doing that. I got a little nervous there toward the end. I think defense kind of got a little. We score so quickly.
Yeah.
Got
It got defense a little tired.
That's one thing Lane's not good at doing. He's not good at controlling the clock.
Well, in games like that, score when you can.
Yeah, you have to.
You absolutely have to. I looked over at Miles and I was like, "Hey, I've seen this movie. This is not good."
I've seen
We
this.
got the
That
thank
wheel
God
route.
we were able to get that first down. And
Y'all remember that wheel route that opened up? As soon as he passed the linebacker, I screamed at the TV. But the ball had not left Taylor Green's hand yet, and I said, "Screen!" into the TV, and he hit him perfectly in stride. And I was like, "You got to be kidding
And
me!"
look,
man."
Arkansas took that. They had this one circled. They took that ass kicking we gave them last year personally. All their players have been talking about. They were talking about it in the summer. They were talking about this game.
Even old Sam Pittman, who doesn't say a bad thing about anybody, was like, "Yeah, kind of, stuck on
Rode
our
us the
craw."
wrong way, yeah.
He actually admitted that last
And
week.
I can't help. I like Sam Pittman. I really do. He's one of the best offensive line coaches in the country. But I think that's what he is. He's an offensive line coach.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not afraid to say that Arkansas and running that offense they're gonna shot.
They're gonna win some games this year.
LSU looks really good, but I think if LSU plays Arkansas was to play them next week, Arkansas wins that game because LSU just can't score.
They can't score.
They can't score.
No.
So.
I can't believe we talked all about this and hadn't used the words Trinidad Chambliss yet.
Well, that's where I was getting at. That's I know they do
Tip your cap.
The cap of the week.
cap.
The tip of the week. There goes to Trinidad. He came in and we were skeptical.
And thank God he did, because Simmons could barely walk on that thing. He couldn't have played if we'd have had to have. I don't know what we'd have done.
Well, that
if we
first
hadn't
play
had
that he
him.
ran, or second play that he ran up, got us to the 2-yard line. It looked really good moving there. I watched him jog up down the sideline. Looked healthy, but that tackle, he got tackled right up around
on
the
the
ankles.
ankle. I mean, he I hate to
And
say,
then it
but
got
like,
really tender again.
did he check into that run, or did they actually go out there and send the
No,
quarterback with
that
him?
looked like a design draw
It
play.
did look
did.
like a
It
design
did.
run.
Which-
It looked.
And I kind of had a feeling about this Chambliss, Trinidad Chambliss. I don't know. What I've seen in
I
mop
made it
up
public,
duty,
by the way. I had a hot
did.
take.
mop up
I've got
duty,
receipts, by
and
the way.
against Kentucky, he came in and kind of really sealed that game for us at the end. I mean,
We never saw him throw a pass. So it
be-
was like,
no,
I mean,
but he just
well-
I could just tell the way he handled this. He knew what he was doing.
To be fair, I questioned Austin Simmons within like the first quarter of the first game, and I got the most hate for it. And now everybody's sitting here questioning Austin Simmons.
at that age, too, being 19 years old, there's
Nobody
just,
questioned him. I just said I'm 18 years
It's
old.
a different game plan when Simmons is in. They opened the field up and trust him a little bit more than we did Chambliss. Look, I went to school at D2 school. I went to a lot of D2 football games, and there's not hardly any defense. And it's nothing to see a quarterback go 31 of 36, with 500 yards passing. It's just dink and dunk. And we saw over the field, deep down, he was a little behind on some throws. His arm strength
He
isn't
did throw
quite
a
as
few
good. but
behind the
there was some
players,
questionable, and that could be a
league.
real concern when you get to a team like LSU or even
be
playing
on
in
time.
Florida. Like you've got to have those
And
receivers.
now he
in check,
would get better at that too, I believe. Getting more rhythm of the offense.
yeah.
But
I said that during the game. I think the speed of SEC receivers and the adrenaline is just a little bit different than on the practice field.
Whatever Kiffin, he's probably the best quarterback coach in the country. I mean, he took Blake Sims at Alabama that time. He was a running back and made him an All-American. I trust he'll put the best guy in there for us to win.
Hot take here. So we were at the game.
Chambliss it was hot, by the way, at the game. My God.
Chambliss is 4-4
hot take
for 4 touchdowns on drives. He comes out with an apparent finger injury. Austin Simmons comes in, and the whole stadium goes wild. Like, this kid did not just throw a perfect game.
Yeah.
I know how Ole Miss may have the most delusional fan base in the history of sports.
Yeah, no, remember,
I get it. Hey, Simmons may be the much better quarterback, but in that time, in that game, he is not the guy that you want coming in.
We had a bunch of Ole Miss fans. I'm the biggest Ole Miss fan there is. How many Ole Miss fans you hear last year after Simmons came in against Georgia? Had that one drive. Well, Simmons ought to be starting over Dart. I mean, that's the dumbest damn thing I've ever heard. It still is.
It really is.
And there was a bunch of Ole Miss fans saying that. Come on.
Yeah, I think I heard somebody on Mississippi Sports.
If you disagree with us on this,
throw fastballs. It's easy. Yeah. He came into Georgia and he said, "I need you to go in there and throw fastballs."
Well, he had no expectations.
It's the same thing. He didn't have a game plan. Yeah. It's a whole different scheme when you go into a game plan.
Nothing to lose, essentially.
Nothing. Yeah.
I mean, all he had to do was go out there and throw darts.
Yep.
And I think he's going to be a damn fine quarterback.
Ceiling's really high.
He's only 18 years old. He's going to be fine.
Yeah, but
he's
Trinidad
not
Chambliss right now, I think, is a more complete quarterback at this moment right now. And you don't win two D2.
So you going with him?
No. I think he's a more complete quarterback at the moment right now with a lower ceiling. That's basically it.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't win.
Are you going to start him?
If it was me, I would start him until Austin Simmons was 100%.
Completely healthy.
He's got more big game experience, whether you call it D2 or not.
Do you want to hold him out Do you want to hold Simmons out this weekend and throw him in the fire against LSU? All right, here you go. You're back in. Yeah. I don't want to do that either.
Or you stick with Trinidad.
And so give the kid a chance.
But what's our better chance?
I'm fine with getting a better chance. Like I said, I'm going to let Kiffin make that call, and I trust him to make that. That's why he paid. Just probably paying. Yeah. The big $10 million a year. How much
the guy that had Plumlee starting the whole year with Corral on the bench.
Well, we'll save more of our banter for Thursday. Let's talk about the Bulldogs and the mighty Alcorn State. I don't know what they are.
Kiffin did start Plumlee over Corral.
Yes, he did. He absolutely.
That was
did.
Matt Luke's last year.
No.
Maybe 50-50.
No, it was a 5-5 year. We played Indiana in a ball game.
Yeah, but he now by the time the ball game came around, Plumlee was playing wide receiver now full time, right?
No.
Yes, Plumlee played wide receiver in an Indiana game. I'll bet you however much you want to bet.
He ran for a bunch of yards from LSU.
He started majority of that year over Corral.
That was Matt Luke when he played. He ran all over LSU that year.
Either way, all right.
I'm right on this. I think we'll have to revisit this.
Y'all put this in the comments here. Let us know who's right. Was it Matt Luke or was it Lane Kiffin's first year? I don't really know. Don't really care. All right.
Me neither. It doesn't here nor there. Thank God Matt Luke's
what a terrible year that we don't remember.
Anyway, listen. You know when you just block things out that happened that were bad in your life? Matt Luke, those 3 years, I just completely gone. I just completely blocked it out.
Who is that? What's his name again?
So the Fighting Alcorn States, because I don't know what their mascot is.
It's the Braves, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, the Braves. All right, they came in and got a stiff butt whooping there from the Bulldogs.
They didn't look very brave.
Thank God for shortened quarters.
When I saw this,
I heard Mario Taylor had a great showing.
Yeah. He had a long touchdown. I did see the line came out. Those lines on those games don't come out till Thursday or Friday. The line when it first came out was 38, and the next time I looked at it, about a few hours later, it had already been bet up to 44 or something. I was like. But State's way better than I thought they were going to be. I thought I had them winning 3 ball games. I think they got a decent chance, a very good chance to win the 6 or 7 ball games this year because that schedule is still very tough.
Yeah.
But hey, look, State fans would very easily happily take 6-6 or 7-5. Not many years you can say that.
No.
Mississippi State's got a pretty good defense this year.
Pretty good defense. I want to see how they play Tennessee at home.
I want to see a decent offense go in there because Arizona State. Their offense.
Yeah, they hadn't looked very good. But now that was a very big win,
yeah, no doubt.
But they also didn't score but 3 points. Or that was the only points they scored the second half. Was that correct?
Yeah.
But I mean, I think Levy's I've been saying I think Levy's a good coach. They got to give him time. I think he'll get them to. I think they will get a bowl game. They're finna be 4-0 after Saturday unless they stumble up.
Northern Illinois will do it to you.
And the Egg Bowl, I mean, they could win. I wouldn't be shocked if they won the Egg Bowl. They got a chance, several chances to get 6 or 7 wins, I believe. I mean,
yeah.
Now, if you let me pick right now, I'd probably say
we win
5
the
and
shootout.
7.
So they got Northern Illinois or
Northern Illinois.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Northern Illinois snuck up on somebody last year.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
I believe so.
But they did.
A&M snuck up on them late in the fourth this week.
Northern Illinois had several good years as a program there for a while. But the past couple of years, they hadn't been very good. They beat Notre Dame last year. They didn't win, but
They went 7-5, I think,
I thought it was like 3 or 4 wins, but I'm not sure.
Notre Dame is not that good.
or 5-7.
They weren't that good last year. I still stand on an 8-4 SEC team being better the majority of the time over any other conference team.
I mean, who the hell? I agree, but who said that?
Everybody.
What are we talking about
What are
here?
the good games we saw this weekend? 41-40. We just talked about Texas A&M. Pulled that one out. There was
another good game.
Let's shoot over to let's cover LSU for just a second.
Yeah, LSU in Florida.
Offense still looks terrible.
Yeah.
I don't understand how Nussmeier was so hyped up. I mean,
I never was impressed with his arm strength even last year. Like he just the ball was kind of just hanging up there. I mean, I'm not saying he's not a good quarterback,
his
but
completion
pump the brakes.
percentage is no better than it was last year. His touchdowns are down.
The only thing I can say about LSU is that they remind me a lot of the Chiefs with a less explosive offense. They just find ways to win.
He
they
holds
found
on to
a
the
lot
ball,
of
too. He holds on to the ball forever.
He
takes
does.
bad sacks. He doesn't.
Well,
and then he'll throw one out of his ass. He'll just hit,
His problem is he can't move.
No, he's not as athletic.
He's
as
not-
people
he's
think
not
he is.
very
Like I said,
mobile.
He
he was
can't
mid
run
last
all at
year.
all.
That's
Can he?
good.
He was mid last year, and they thought he was going to take a step, and I don't think he's
Yeah.
taking a step.
No,
I think
he
he's
hadn't.
just the same as he was last year, to be honest.
I mean, he's serviceable. You can win with him.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
If you've got a dominant offensive line, you want to run him down the throat. He's your great Zach Mettenberger.
Yeah, but
you know.
they don't. Their
13
offensive line just isn't that
They
dominant.
were lucky to win that game. If they don't throw
13-10, a pick six.
Very
is
lucky.
Yeah.
The only
You're
touchdown
spoiled.
they scored.
You're spoiled.
5 interceptions, and you score 1 offensive touchdown.
Yeah, and barely still win.
interceptions.
You barely win, and you get 5 interceptions. One of them's a pick 6, correct?
Yeah.
Can they please play like that in 2 weeks?
Yeah. No, he'll look like Joe Montana when they play us.
Joe Montana.
God.
All right, enough LSU.
Notre Dame and A&M. I watched the whole fourth quarter of this game. Marcel Reed to me looked. Yeah, he threw for a bunch of yards, 350 something, but he was also only 17 of 37.
But he won. He found a
Yeah,
way
he
to
did.
win.
He
on
played
the
a
road.
great play on
in
that
a
fourth
very
down.
violent environment. He found a way to
Violent.
win. Notre Dame is wild. You can't say that not. That's a loud place to play.
It is.
Big win for A&M though.
Yeah, big
I
win
mean
for
that
A&M.
was a big win.
Shout
Notre
out
Dame's 0-2. They still what?
24.
No, they were.
Oh, the AP poll's drunk. That was
a joke.
I don't even look at the
One of
AP
my
poll. I
notes.
just kind of glance at it to see where we're at.
people are holding on to their preseason, and they're just like slowly letting people die out of the top 25.
They were
instead
still.
of-
They
I
were
made a
still. They
comment
were.
in the
you hadn't
group.
won a ball game, and you're still a top 25
They
team
were.
in the country.
They were still trying
no.
to make a bid to keep Clemson in there.
No, go away, go away. Bad stuff. Look, what about Diego Pavia?
South Carolina. I'm kicking myself. I bet money
I owe
on.
that little guy an apology.
You did. Okay, you did kind of say it. I believe it was like, why are we
Tyson Lee?
glorifying Tyson Lee? But you said we don't know anything about him yet. Basically, who's he beat?
Well, I mean, it
He
doesn't
beat
help.
Auburn at New Mexico State, and then he went 6-6. That's what you said.
He's got 2 wins under his belt, is what I was getting at, in 2 years. That's a lot of football games to play to really have. Okay,
Yeah, but he's
well,
playing at
But
Vandy.
how
Two
bad
wins
is
at
South
Vandy
Carolina,
is-
though?
Oh,
How bad
God,
is
they
South
suck.
Carolina? That's what I think that might be the reason
South
why
Carolina-
Diego
You ever
Pavia
heard
was
of Jordan
so good.
Rogers?
South Carolina's offensive line.
You ever heard of Jordan Rogers?
Jordan Rogers.
He was a pretty good quarterback. I mean, for
Greg
a little while.
Zolman, the lefty.
Yeah, great number. Yeah.
Greg Zolman from lefties from the early 2000s. Y'all don't remember them?
South Carolina's offensive line looks like a junior high offensive line. They're terrible.
I don't
they got
understand
Lenore
why.
Sayers killed.
I'm still trying to figure out why the media is even last. Ole Miss beat the hell out of them, like whatever it was, 35-3 at South Carolina last year. We had the same
24-7.
record. And they were trying to say that they should have been ranked ahead of us. I'm like, what the hell? And they had them ranked top 10 this year. I don't think Sellers is that good. He's got some athletic
Well, he
ability.
got hurt. I don't know what
I
the
think-
severity
I don't
is.
think he's hitting
It was
on.
over before he got hurt.
I think when he's
Basically.
not running for his life the entire game, he's probably a pretty good quarterback.
I'm not saying he's not a terrible quarterback. They had him up for the damn Heisman and
Does he
everything
have anybody
else.
to throw to? Do you have any receivers?
No,
I don't even
They
know.
did
He has
against Virginia Tech. I don't know. They had a bunch of good plays against Virginia
South
Tech.
Carolina still looked terrible against Virginia Tech.
Not their receivers, didn't they? No, that was Virginia Tech's receivers that made the
But now we
play
know about
against
Virginia Tech.
South
I was going
Carolina.
to say Lenore Sellers has nothing at South Carolina.
Well, again, why are they a top 10 team? Like
I
just-
agree that they're not a top 10 team.
But I'm kicking myself for this. I ended up betting on Vanderbilt Saturday night, but I picked them South Carolina and I pick them. So kind of overlapping there, but didn't mean
It's called hedging.
I'm not so not it didn't happen.
Well,
That's just how it
well, the
happened.
pick'em's just based off a straight win. It's not a spread. So
But I've been watching Pavia, whatever his name is, for New Mexico. I'm a degenerate gambler, so I watch a lot of Tuesday and Wednesday night football. And New Mexico State plays a lot of games on Wednesday nights, and I've seen him play for a long time. I said, if I had a needed a quarterback, I'd go get that son. I mean, he didn't beat anybody worth a damn. New Mexico State, but he did beat Auburn, but his competition,
It wasn't great.
Yeah.
they wasn't very
I was
good
gonna
that year. I mean, you could just tell he's got something
He's a
about
gamer.
him.
He's a
Something
gamer.
about him. Yeah, I'll take him all
Yeah.
day long.
Yeah, he's got a little dog in him.
he does.
Little
Feisty.
man syndrome.
Feisty.
In other news, UCLA's coach got fired, and Nico still looks like trash.
Who?
UCLA. They fired.
Yeah,
the
they
coach.
fired
What's that school
Arian
at?
Foster.
Yeah.
Who's that?
He played NFL running back for years for the Texans.
Deshaun Foster, not
It
Arian
was a
Foster.
joke.
So Deshaun
UCLA
Foster.
hasn't
Deshaun
been
Foster,
relevant.
not Arian Foster.
Arian Foster.
Arian Foster's on the podcast with
Yeah, it says
Barstool Boys.
It says about the stuff being rigged and stuff.
Macro
right?
dosing podcast.
Nico took a $1 million pay cut and still looks worse.
Yeah. Well, and
Good.
also a cost of living increase to go to move to
Yeah,
California.
he probably ended up in the. He
And
probably ended up
taxes.
losing
Man,
money on this.
He's
he
in
got
the
screwed.
red.
Somebody didn't
He's
tell
getting a
him.
hell of a return.
No, UCLA got screwed. That's what happened.
I'm not even sure that Tennessee has state taxes on income. They might not.
Yeah, they do.
Not on luxury.
I don't know because that's why everybody moved to Nashville. Is what I heard. They
Oh.
don't have any income tax.
That's a luxury.
Well, neither does
It's a
Mississippi
luxury
anymore.
tax.
Southern
Not
Miss and
effective.
App State. It's another game we picked. Big win for Southern Miss. They're going to win a lot of games this year.
Another apology to Southern Miss.
Yeah.
Southern Miss is going to win a lot of games this year. That quarterback is good. He was 22 out of 30. Thrown 7 touchdowns on the year so far. Only 1 or 2 picks. Like I said, they're going to win a lot of games. I still don't know how they got that coach from Marshall. I think he could have had a lot better jobs, I thought, than Southern. But
They found some money.
Still Marshall.
they did. They must have had. I mean, seriously, they had to.
They got together. They got some money together. They pulled through and got that coach. Got some players. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Southern Miss ranks up there at the top in the Sun Belt and what they can have access to in NIL if Brett Favre doesn't, steal it. So
In other news,
Allegedly. Don't sue the pod, Brett. Do not sue the pod.
Brett Favre's on a health decline.
Yes.
he'll forget about it.
USF Cinderella run came to an end
Screeching halt.
as fast
And
as
look,
it got started.
I bit this hook, line, and sinker, but I had a feeling it was a sucker line, and I took it because I was 2-0 on them on the year. Like I want to take it one more time. 17 and a half. Vegas was just begging you to take South Florida. See what happens. Miami's good.
I took Miami.
Carson Beck
I will say
looks really
Hard.
good.
And their
Carvin
defense
Beck.
Carson Beck.
their Miami's defense is really, really good too.
Miami is definitely front runner by a long shot in the ACC to win.
Absolutely.
The switch from Georgia to Miami definitely did Carson Beck a lot of good.
Speaking of Georgia, they got lucky.
I don't know what to think about them.
I don't either.
Stockton,
He was
He looked a
Dr.
lot-
Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
he looked a
like
lot
trash
better
and then looked
though.
better.
He looked a lot better than you had those first couple of games. I mean, I didn't think they was going to put up near that many points.
No,
Tennessee had it won. They just
I'm
let it
gonna
get
be
away
honest
from us.
Yeah,
That's all you can
if
say.
you told me, say, Kyle, Tennessee's going to put up 41 points in Georgia, I am laying that. I'm probably going to put the deed of the house up
Absolutely.
on
They couldn't close it out. They just couldn't finish.
They shouldn't have been there, though.
No, they shouldn't have. No, they shouldn't
It was
have.
38 to 30.
That's
it was over.
that's what I'm saying. They
It was
just
over.
couldn't finish it.
They had it was 4th down, correct? And they threw
Yeah.
it like a
that. You know how they are. You think
lollipop.
the poor kicker, you think he's like
Oh, I knew when he walked out on the field. I was watching. I said, there's no damn way this son of a is making that. He looked like he was.
He's pale, wasn't he?
He was scared to damn death, man. He had his
Wasn't nothing
helmet
to
on
lose
tighter
yet,
than the damn. A tornado could have come through. And it
I saw Kirby was
blew his
chirping on the
helmet
way
off.
out. Kirby was chirping the folks on the way out of the.
Yeah,
out of
dude,
the
licking
stadium.
at him and shit.
And people were grumbled about that. People
Yeah.
were throwing such a fit. Man, that's
Who
a rivalry.
cares?
That is a right. That's what we're here for. That's football.
They threw mustard and golf balls at Lane Kiffin. Like
They did.
And I still think
In fact,
Tennessee's got a good team. They're going to be right in that playoffs discussion, I think.
Live looky and go Chargers.
I don't know what the rest of their schedule looks like. I got to take a look at it. But
I think
they
it's
still
pretty
got
easy.
Bama in the third week of October.
Where's that game at this year? I'm not sure. It's gonna be at Tennessee.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Wasn't it
Pretty
2
sure,
years ago when
yeah.
they beat them up there and threw the damn goalpost in the river?
Last year they had it in Bama.
I believe it was.
They jumped out pretty quick on Bama,
Yeah.
and we thought it was going
Yeah.
south. The Bama come back, beat them in
Came
the second
back and-
half.
Yep,
So
that was it.
Clemson, Georgia Tech. Like we've already touched on this a little bit. Georgia Tech's way better off as a program than they were a few years ago. They're gonna
Clemson
win.
won that game physically.
They did.
Clemson dominated that game on the line of scrimmage. They dominated it, hitting it in the mouth. They just could not put.
They couldn't. They
They could not put it all together. I don't. If you
They
look at
can't-
that
they
game,
couldn't-
I'm not
they
they
counting
take
Clemson
away
out.
the score. Just hey, there's no score bug. There's just straight up just knocking people in the mouth. And you watch that full game and take away the scoring plays. There's no way you say that Clemson doesn't win by 21 points.
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
just couldn't finish a drive.
So-
K Club looks not that good.
But that's football.
not almost
that
not
is
that
Division
good.
One football on the road.
Yeah,
That is
that's
home
why
field
I mean-
advantage
I mean-
does exist, and that is why
games
it
like that
shows.
it was a 10-point advantage. I believe.
60% of the time, what?
I said games like that was a 10-point game, a 10-point advantage. I would say.
Don't they usually give 2.5 points? for
Yeah,
home-
but the
home
games
field?
like
I
that
think
is more
college
than,
is 6. College is
Really?
way more
Yeah.
than that on
Way
a game
more,
like
okay.
that.
2.5 or 3 for
Yeah.
And I'm not counting Clemson out. 'Cause their schedule is so dang easy. They could easily run the table and go 10-2 and make the playoff. There's going to be probably a 9-3, a couple 9-3 teams that do make the playoff this year.
Yeah.
it's so spread out even across the board this year.
But like we said, that's good. All right, Wisconsin and Bama. This is going to be short and sweet. Wisconsin sucks
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't even talking about this game.
Correct.
because these are the games we picked on the weekend.
Yeah.
Kind of
Recapping them.
Miami. Since we always talked about them Hogs and the Reds. We've talked about that. That's going to be about all on the
pick 'em there.
pick'em line.
And so our 2-week total for the Pick'em stats, it still leads with the Don. He went 6-3 this week, so he goes 12-3 on the year so far. Big Game Seamus is still looking disappointing. He went 5-4 on the week,
12-3.
8-7 on the year.
There's a whole lot of time.
There's a whole lot of ball
There's a lot
to
of ball
play.
games
Don't
left.
nobody be.
I made up a little ground this week. I got one back. I went
back.
7-2, and I'm going 11-4 on the year right now.
If I'm not mistaken, I'll say those little games are screwing me up.
They are.
Big
Yeah.
game.
You did
Seamus,
have,
they
you,
are.
yeah,
Big
you
games.
know.
Big
Yeah.
game Seamus. He's
Southern
big
Seamus.
games.
Hey,
Yeah.
I looked. There's not very many games to pick from this week. We may have to do like a 4-game or something.
4-game picker.
And I always said though, if you can't have a decent winning record, just pick and win. That's why I don't understand. If you were a multi-millionaire, why wouldn't you just go to Vegas and bet like 10-point spread winner? You're gonna lose some, but
Because there's always going to be that App State 2007.
yeah, but then how
Losing
many you
at
gonna
Monroe.
win?
But yeah.
I mean,
Jacksonville State.
there's a reason why people don't. There's a reason why people don't do it. though, you know,
Toledo.
everybody
Yeah.
knows
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Too soon.
Oh, yeah.
Well, guys, what else do y'all want to touch on? We talked about.
So we got our pick'em results and the bet results from the weekend.
Yeah.
All right. What about any bad beats? Oh, I got a great story on Saturday.
Yes.
I had to go to work on Saturday, but I got to watch some football, and my buddy had a parlay in, and one of the legs on it was Oregon at Northwestern.
Yep.
And it was looking real bad, real bad. And somehow we turned the TV to another game or something like that. Come back to find out they got a pick six in the last 2 minutes to backdoor the cover
So he won
on
that?
Oregon. Yes, absolutely. It was pandemonium for just about 6 or 7 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
there.
I walked in there right after that, and he was very
was,
hyped.
Yeah, he was hyped up.
Well,
for sure.
I don't know. I had a bunch of my buddies that are on Oregon. I can't stand betting on a spread more than about 20 points. To get too many points out there, you run the risk of something like that happening to back door. I mean, even that Bama spread being at 20 points.
No, that was dangerous.
That was very dangerous
Very
at the
dangerous.
end. You know, Wisconsin could have easily right there scored and backdoored that.
When you got to score all the points,
Yeah.
you know, it's just.
I don't really see anything else on here, guys.
I had
No.
the over in that game.
We'll cover just a little bit of NFL, a little primer. Look
Ryder
back.
Cup coming up.
Yeah.
Ryder Cup.
We're
coming
gonna have
up.
an
Ryder Cup's
episode.
coming up Thursday. We're gonna have a Ryder Cup special. We're gonna have a special guest on to talk about Ryder Cup and
Gambling picks and
Gambling picks on
and
that.
just your overall sentiment on
ready
things.
for Beth
you know.
Page Black. Saw a little
Gonna
clip
be
of Rory
rowdy.
today.
Gonna be rowdy.
Did y'all see that clip of Rory what line he was taking on number one? He was plumb
I
40
hope he
yards right of
tops
the
that
trees.
son of a off the first
Rory.
box. Hope he tops it off the first two boxes. I'm not a big Roy
I
hater.
hope he never makes another cut in his life. He's a gigantic Irish prick.
He's
Get
got his
out.
opinions, that's for sure.
Get out.
All right, guys. Thanks all for Top Shelf Grumbling tonight. This Monday recap. Appreciate y'all listening. Like and subscribe on YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts at. Thanks to the Butcher Block for letting us record here. We'll see y'all on Thursday.
So yeah.
Thank you.
We'd like to thank our sponsors, Lawn Hub, Price Cutter, Russell Motors, Butcher Block Restaurant, and Wilder Fitness. You can find us anywhere you get your podcast. Now on YouTube. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave us a comment. Thanks for listening.